Pisces, hey there babies, Melissa here to do your timeless love reading. This is for Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It is not going to resonate for all Pisces. If it does resonate for you, feel free to like and even subscribe if you're digging the vibe around here. If you already are subscribed, commented, shared, liked my videos previously, donated, booked personal readings, even just viewed my videos, I want to say thank you so much. I really do appreciate all of the love and support. I'm very aware that this channel is absolutely nothing without viewers. Woohoo! Love's coming. Sort of marriage, next level romance type of stuff after some patience is what it looks like. Let's get at your love life, babies. This is a love connection. This is a love reading. We're going to be looking at the energy you bring to the connection, the energy the person you have in mind brings, as well as a potential outcome, and an overall energy. Anything you need to know about me, you can find in the About section, in the description box below, or on my website, which the link is both in the About section and my description box below. As well, there's a PayPal there for donations if you are interested in that. What's going on, booby bears? And the energy you bring to the connection is the Nine of Swords. We do have the Seven of Pentacles in their energy. We have the Seven of Wands. What the F is going on here, honey bunnies? Are we breaking up with somebody? It looks like we might be breaking up with somebody. Maybe we're breaking up with the old us. You know, I've done that before. Let's get at it. I usually... You know, I know, oh, babies. Yeah, this is for some seriously ouchy stuff. But hey, look I want to say, but beyond all of this owie stuff, you walking away and taking your power back is leading to your victory, okay? I don't know if we're in this connection at all. I don't know if this is about a connection at all. This might be about a marriage that's breaking up, okay? I'm going to tell you right now, I know it's hard. I talk about walking away from people, places, and things like it's no big deal. I want you to know I've done it. I've walked away from people, places, and things, and it is painful. It is hard to do. However, the release and the relief that you get when you do it after it's done it's priceless. It's unmatched. There's nothing in the world that compares to the freedom that you get and the empowerment you get from standing up for yourself, from standing your ground, walking away from people that are not fulfilling you. And it's not like, you aren't doing enough for me. That's not the kind of not fulfilling. I'm talking about people that are making you feel like just the way you are isn't good enough. And so, yeah, I feel like people have had you feeling like, you know, I'm a water sign as well, Pisces. As a water sign, I feel like we do a lot of the pouring into people, and that's just naturally who we are and we're supposed to be, and not everybody's going to pour back into us the same way. However, when people are doing little digs, little tiny belittling comments or whatever it is, it's painful. It's painful for anyone, but especially on a water sign. We feel things. We feel the undertone of things that most people don't get to feel. So when something's said sort of carelessly, most people are like, that was careless. But we feel it. It almost hits us in the gut with because we can feel the actual the darkness behind the comment, right? I'm sorry to go all dark on you, but the message is dark so far. So for whoever is not in a lot of pain at this time, this probably isn't going to be a reading. It could turn sunshiny by the outcome here, so do stick around. If the title resonates for you, you'll know this reading is for you, or there's at least a message in here for you. But what I'm going to tell you is I can already feel the entire reading is you finally coming to the end of a cycle of feeling the need to pour into things that are not pouring back into you. I can already tell that you're finally taking your power back. You've been stressed out about it, and I feel like even as water signs, we feel obligated to people over ourselves. Like we feel like, no, we don't want to walk away and empower ourselves because we feel bad if we do that about who we're leaving behind, all right? But I feel like you're finally getting that, you know what? They're in charge of empowering themselves, and I'm in charge of empowering myself. And nobody's going to do that for me, and I can't do that for them, okay? That's what I'm getting right now. And I do feel like there's this almost Stella got her groove back vibe going on right now. So we're going to get more, okay? Stella got her groove back, male or female, of course. Look at you. I told you. You're on a mission to find righteous life, your own life. And I love it. It's really, look at all the power in this. You're justifying yourself is what I'm getting right now. You're vindicating yourself. I don't even know what vindicating means. That's what's coming through right now. It's like, okay, so victory against all odds. These two cards are very powerful, but you did get the Ten of Swords in here twice. This is the end. We are dead, done, and over with. Stabbing to death the old way of believing and thinking. This just means, I'm not talking about, you know, I'm just talking about that if you ever thought you were obligated to people, places, and things, or if you ever thought you weren't worthy of good love, good connections, good people, good relationships, good jobs, good businesses, successful life, abundance in all areas. If you ever thought you weren't for some reason worthy of all of that or deserving of all of that, that is coming to an end. We are finally putting that old way of thinking to rest, okay? By way of victory against all odds, this means you haven't been sitting idly by your whole life, just kind of, some people call this, what is it? I've heard people say like this is a victim mentality or victimhood. I don't use those words because anybody who's feeling down or dark or, the last thing they need is to be belittled by a phrase, victimhood or victim mentality. And so I don't know what people's hang up is with letting people feel pain. But this is a painful situation, but I want you to understand that the best part about the Ten of Swords for me is that it's over. The nightmare is over, okay? It's finally coming to an end. Wherever it was, like I said, people have made other people feel like just feeling pain isn't okay. So maybe that's where you were at. It's like, how do I don't have any right? I've watched them go through that, and I've seen them go through all of that. How can I feel bad for myself for going through this? This isn't half as bad as that. Everybody's pain is just as painful as the other person's pain. And trauma is a whole nother level. If you've been through actual trauma, that's a whole nother new level of pain, okay? So it's like, don't ever compare your pain to somebody else's. What you've gone through and you've had to endure in your lifetime is real for you, okay? And I don't know where I'm getting this from. I'm getting that you're feeling ashamed of feeling pain, and that is not a shameful thing. Feeling the pain is actually the only way to heal it. So let's get through this victoriously and really realizing that, your own worth and demanding that you get what you put in to all relationships. This isn't just love. This is all connections that you have. This is even family, It's like, hey, listen, I always, as soon as you call me, I'm there for you like this. But whenever I need somebody, which is very rarely, wow, this is for somebody specific. Whenever I need something, which is very rarely, and I come to you, you make me feel like I'm asking for things that are, just demands that are unfathomable. When I ask you once a year and you ask me twice a week. So that's what I'm getting right now, is that you've really poured a lot into connections, people, places, and things that we're not pouring back fully into you. And then you realized, oh, I guess I don't have to be a part of those connections. That's my power. I can't make them pour more into me. I can't make them think that the one time I do need them, they want to act like, what a weird message. They're acting like, the one time you do need them, like you ask for too much. When you ask for nothing and they're constantly asking you for things. That's what I'm getting right now. Again, as water signs, this will happen. But it is about, the only person who has the power to stop those connections is you. And that's what I feel like you're coming into. Victorious against all odds. Really coming out. You don't have to be hateful or mean to people. This is just about knowing that if this is holding you back or making you feel down about yourself, it is okay to walk away from connections and walk into connections that are going to be justified. They're going to be just. They're going to be the kind of connection that pours into you as well. But again, it does come from having to walk away from people, places, and things that weren't pouring into you. It's like you don't have space for both types of connections, right? So it's about letting go of all karmic things, all things that were there to grow us, heal us, really pain us into healing ourselves. It's okay to walk away now. The lesson is over, and you do have some great things coming in your future here. I see it. I see victory. Wow, a lot of stuff coming through for you guys. Let's see what your person has. This might, what you're going through might have absolutely nothing to do with this connection. The overarching energy of the connection is dead, done, and over with. So I do feel like we're leaving this person, taking our power back from this person. But let me see their energy just before because this could be a person you don't even know. You might be thinking of one person, and this might be somebody in your energy field coming in that you don't see, okay? Sometimes that happens. Whoever this is, they're doing some healing. They are coming through the end of a very large cycle themselves. And I don't even know if you have them in your sights, to be honest with you. I do feel like what you're going through in your life might have absolutely nothing to do with this connection here. And I think your stuff actually doesn't even have to do with necessarily love. It could. It could have to do with, I almost felt like a marriage breaking up, right? But some of you might be going through a divorce. Some of you might be going through leaving a job that wasn't treating you fairly. But whatever it is, I feel like again, the vibe I'm getting is Stella got her groove back. So I feel like you're taking your power back in a situation where you felt very powerless. And we are powerless in situations. Basically, we can't change anybody. This is not our job to do. What we can do is, for them and for us, release them. Let them go. Let them be who they are with other people. And they need to release us too. and let us be who we are with other people, because it's people just get this really bad perception that we get to go around trying to customize each person to our own liking, our own needs. No, you get to go find people who already fit your needs. You know what I mean? You don't get to make people fit them. And I feel like you've been having, you know, people that are trying to make you fit their needs, but they don't do anything to kind of pour back into you, is what I'm getting right now. But the Seven of Pentacles, the World card, the Three of Cups, and the Four of Swords, I do feel like there is some, you know, there's a sense of investment that they have. So I don't know that that's with you. We're going to get more on the outcome of this connection. Whoever this is going through a major cycle end. This is a lifelong cycle end. The World card is about healing the perception of themselves so they can see the world correctly. The Three of Cups is about reunion, reuniting. Maybe this is somebody from your past, but not the person you're breaking up with currently. This is what I'm getting right now. You know, this is going to be different for everybody, obviously, and I do read for a lot of people, but I think that, yeah, I feel like somebody from your past is coming back that you don't even see yet, but they're in the middle of doing some healing from probably you guys were separate. Maybe you never even dated. I'm feeling somebody from your past. That's what I'm getting right now. Let's get more. And that Judgment card showing up in your outcome really makes me think this is somebody from your past. And I also feel like it's about two people awakening to their own power, to understanding that we are the only people who really have any, you know, we can't control anyone else. What we can control is who we have in our lives, okay? And I try to get people to understand that I'm not trying to be a heartless person when I talk about this. This is about, I've witnessed the releasing people who I love and I still adore. They just didn't know how to love themselves, so they were making me feel like I was unlovable too. And as long as I'm feeling that way, now if you can be around people like that and not take that on, but it doesn't look like you can, then that's fine. But if it's making you feel unworthy yourself, then it is time to walk away, take your power back. That empowerment, you'll probably be able to walk back into these connections at some point when you really are empowered, when you've healed from some of this wounding, some of this stress, some of this anxiety, some of this betrayal. I'm almost feeling like people were using you, you know, relationships, friendships, familyships, because you have such good love to offer, but then they were not only not pouring back into you, they were actually kind of making you feel like you were the bad guy in the connection, is what I'm getting right now. What a weird message. I'm so sorry. This is probably the darkest Pisces reading I've ever done, but I just love you. I love you guys. Are one of my favorite signs. Obviously, you know, fellow water sign, but just a really sweet, just a loving, yeah, always there for everyone else. And I do feel like this is you coming into the end of just being in one-sided relationships, period. Again, friends, family, whatever, all connections. You're going to make sure from now on that they're pouring just as fully into you. And that's the way it should be. Again, as water signs, we might not get everybody to pour fully into us like we do into them, but we should at least be in connections that aren't taking from us and making us feel worthy, unworthy, okay? In your outcome, you have the Seven of Wands, and I do feel like that is about you being guarded up. Just defending yourself, maybe even defending this relationship. But this relationship doesn't feel like it's in yet. I feel like you're still getting over and letting go of something else. I feel like somebody's coming back from your past that you maybe don't even see yet. I feel like this is going to be like a dream come true. But again, I feel like you're in the middle of still feeling a bit guarded up and protecting yourself because you're going through some healing. I like to tell people, if you don't stay a little guarded while you're doing some healing of internal wounds, like this feels like real trauma. This doesn't feel like somebody called you a name, okay? This feels like actual trauma that you've gone through, some sort of battling this, really believing other people over yourself, and then realizing, no, I am right. I am a good person. I am, you know, that's the vibe I'm getting right now. So feeling very guarded, defending yourself. What I'm saying is, maybe it's okay that's why it's okay to release, because when you're constantly needing to defend yourself, it's almost like you're not able to just do the work that's needed on the inside, feel the pain, heal the wounds, right? The awakening is happening, and it's about really coming into a space of understanding again that, you know, what we have in our lives because we were told it should be there, we were told we should be loyal to it, and what we truly are fed by, what really feeds our soul, are very different things. The Judgment card is about understanding that it's okay to not be a part of connections that weren't pouring into us, and understanding that we should only be pouring fully into things that are what our soul desires, okay? Whatever it is for you, okay? I know not everybody's going to be as into the soul, feeding the soul as me, but I feel like Pisces might be. But I do also feel like you're having a hard time releasing just connections that are not worthy of your time, love, and care and attention. While I am the first person to admit that every single person deserves love, I also think you need to earn it. I'm sorry, I think love is an earned thing, and if you're not willing, if people are not willing to love you right, they do not deserve your love, okay? That's what I'm getting right now, but I do feel like you have a good connection coming from your past, coming back as soon as this wounding is healed up. This is what we call divine timing here in the spiritual community. It's about that the Creator's not going to send somebody in right this second while you're doing this healing, because likely on accident you'll hurt them, or that you'll push them away. So you might be pushing them away at this time. They might already be trying to come in. You might be pushing them away at this time. Romantic feelings. It says your feelings are real and worth exploring. So I do feel like maybe you already have this person coming back at you. And I feel like you even know that you used to have something for them. This is an interesting message. Sorry, this isn't going to be for everybody, but this is somebody from your past that you probably always had a little crush on but never went for it. Weird message. But the romantic feelings are real, but I think you're just very aware that you need to wait until you're healed from this, and that is true. But I'm excited for your, once you do get through this process, what the Creator has in store for you, or the divine, or your higher self, or whatever you believe in. All right, we got expression. It says you are ready to manifest your thoughts and transform them into acts of love. So yes, I like to talk about this with people because people think acts of love is just unconditionally being there for people. The only person you need to love unconditionally is yourself. And it needs to be done, in a space of total acceptance of who you currently are, loving every single part of you just the way you are, and then moving towards self-love moving forward in self-love with that. Again, no matter where you're at this very moment, it's imperative that you accept and love yourself just as you are. The only person that we need to love unconditionally is ourselves. And then once we've come into a space of healing due to self-love unconditionally, is when we have more, unconditional love to offer others. But at the same point, you should never offer anybody love somebody who's hurting you love, okay? As far as I'm concerned. I love you so much. I will see you guys next week. Mwah.